Hey, it's Joy. I recently got updated to FSD Beta 11.4.7.2, and I haven't done a test on that weird intersection in a while. So I'm going to take you out on that route. And I've actually noticed that before this update, when I was driving on that route, I felt that there was improvement in terms of the turning angle. If you watched the previous video in this series, I mentioned that the car was turning at a 90-degree angle, which is just not right because it will block the oncoming traffic that's also trying to turn the other way. So in between the last update and this update, I actually noticed that it started to turn more naturally, not at a 90-degree angle anymore. So let's try it out today and see if that still holds true. And per usual, this is a disclaimer. This route is an outlier edge case scenario. So if there are those who are opposed to FSD, this is an edge case. That's why I'm testing on it so Tesla can make it better. Outside of this scenario, FSD Beta works about 90% perfectly. So let's go. All right, here we go. Let's see how FSD Beta 11.4.7.2 handles that split turn. All right, so coming up here at this intersection, I will need to make a left turn, but go to the right lane after the split, immediately at the split. And this time I'm trailing a car. So let's see how unprotected left turn will perform at this intersection. One thing I like about this new update 11.4.7.2 is that I don't know if you notice, you probably couldn't tell. When the navigation voice came on, it's actually now only coming out of the front dash speakers. And if I'm playing music, the music volume is not going to be lowered. So it feels more natural, like I'm listening to music and someone next to me is saying, hey, Joy, turn left at the next intersection without having to turn down the music. So I really like that, this enhancement in this new version. Another thing is, if you watched my recent video about some of the less known features that I like about the Tesla, one of them is Joe mode. What it does is it's making, let's say, the turn signals and the chimes, the volume much lower and softer. I guess I have more sensitive hearing, so I actually have Joe mode turned on. I've noticed also in this update, the turn signal chime is way quieter than before. So I think they turned down the Joe mode volume even more. And now when I'm talking, I actually can't hear it. All right, so here's the unprotected left turn. So yeah, it's not making it. So definitely needs enhancement still. Unprotected left turn not completed and almost hit the oncoming traffic. All right, so this first round is a fail. And another thing I've noticed too with this update is that when it's trying to make the unprotected left turn, it will actually steer over to the right before turning to the left. I actually got honked the other day when the car was doing this because I was in the left turning lane and then there was still traffic going straight, and then my car was doing this, so the car was coming behind me, thought I was gonna hit them, so it honked at me. And so I hope that Tesla will fix that. So this first round is a fail because it did not turn. It actually went to the right, so it didn't hear the other car coming, and then it was also blocking the car that on the other side that was also trying to turn the other way. So hopefully somebody at Tesla will watch this video and fix this.
Now turn right.
So now I am actually going to do the return trip, and let's test out that wide split that the car was having issues before also, that it should stick to the left when going straight instead of being dead centered, and that it's confusing cars around me. So let's go ahead and do the return trip. All right, here's the return trip, and let's see how the car handles that really wide lane that splits in the very last at the very last second into straight and then right turn. So we're supposed to go straight, and so the car should stick to the left even though it's a super wide lane instead of being in the center, because if a person is driving it, the person would know whether they're going straight or turning right, and they will line up the car accordingly. But FSD Beta has been like dead center. Sometimes it's veering to the right and would not go to the correct lane until the very last second. So let's see how this version of FSD Beta performs. And here we are coming up. See, this car's already to the left, and so this time it's performing correctly instead of going to the right and then coming back to the left. Although I did see that the pathing was a little bit to the right before it came back, so that's good. So this one, it worked well. And then the next challenge is at the next light, which was the light that we came on with that big split. So there are 3 left turning lanes that the car can get onto, and before it would get confused with which lane it needed to stick to, and it would just try to change lanes like crazy. So if this car is picking, let's see which one this is picking. So there are 2 lanes, and then this lane is going to split into 2, as you can see, this white car, even though there's no marking on the ground. And so it looks like the car is sticking to this lane, and it's not behaving erratically this time, which is good. This is a good sign. So there's still no lane markings over there until the very last second. So the car is very steady, even though it just now tried to go to the right lane, but then it quickly corrected itself, which is good. So this is definitely an improvement here. But that left turning onto the split, that is still a big issue. So I am going to do another run and see how it performs the second time. Okay, second time around, let's see how the car deals with that unprotected left turn, and it has to go to the right route immediately.
In 500 feet, turn left onto Sepulveda Boulevard, then keep right to take Jefferson Boulevard.
All right, same
Now
scenario.
turn left onto Simple
I
Auto
am trailing behind another vehicle, and we're waiting for the red light to turn green. And I actually have to nudge my car forward because the gap is still way too big. Tesla has not fixed this. So this is a good distance to keep between cars, especially here in LA, where there are a lot of cars on the road. We need every available space we have. All right, here we go. Second try at this intersection. Unprotected left turn. And come on. And come on. Okay, I have to disengage because the car keeps going to the right. So unfortunately, there's a regression here. That FSD Beta is not handling this intersection well at all, and I had to disengage and take over. So hopefully someone at Tesla is watching this video and they can correct the errors at this intersection. Unfortunately, there's regression in this update of FSD Beta, but hey, that's just how it is. That's why I keep coming back on this route to test it over and over and over again so that I can send the data back to Tesla and they can make FSD better and better. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one, and God bless.